Thank you for joining me today. Maybe you would like to introduce yourself just for the audience.
I am Ian from Perth. Met Adrian in Perth. But currently moved to Dubai now for a change of roles, a change of job, change of scenery.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe tell us a little bit about how we met and for the audience.
Yeah. So we met back we were working in banking in Bankwest, and Adrian was doing really good work with the teams there. We connected through the finance team to see how we could collaborate together, which was good, and what became, I guess, a work relationship, a personal relationship, which is really great.
Yeah, and fantastic. And tell us about your own journey with Alteryx, and maybe even the use of Microsoft Azure and other products in your role back then as well as now.
Yeah, so for me, I come from a finance background, but I'm not just doing accounting. There's a use for more than just financial data, and so that's where Alteryx is really handy. It's about bringing multiple data sources to get your data pipelines all to work together, and that was amazingly helpful because historically you'll be just cobbling Excel spreadsheets together and a lot of manual work. We're able to automate those data pipelines and help us get to the information and the insight much faster.
Yeah, so it's an interesting product, isn't it? The fact that you can leverage, you don't come from a technical background, but you picked up the product. We're all accountants here.
This is true, this is true. I'm more familiar with debits or credits, but
that's it.
The ability to just pick up, and the learning curve, what I would expect to be quite steep, was actually quite easy. And there's a lot of content there which makes it quite relevant. To enable us just to do our job easier and faster.
Yeah, and from a management point of view, I think you'll probably find that the speed to insight is pretty high.
Yes.
The execs love it because you can deliver very quickly into your business results.
Yeah, it was exceptional. I think the other thing also was the fact that the interface was just so simple, right? It was easy for us, for anyone to sort of do the work and follow that interface from a business perspective. Historically, if you were to get someone from IT to do that, you've got to go through requirements and take time, and by time you figure out everything.
So now you're the all-in-one super accountant.
I wouldn't go that far, but at least I can get my data together now, which is
it's
really helpful.
Yeah. And so how do you find transitioning from banking into the airline industry and some of the cultural challenges working in different countries?
Yeah, so it's been fascinating. So I moved from Australia to the UAE and Dubai, and it's been a great experience culturally. I think the interesting thing is moving from banking to aviation was the amount of systems. In banking, there was, I guess, a few core systems, but in aviation, there's so many different things that can somehow spit out data. And so a great use case for something like Alteryx to be able to plug into multiple different things to try and make sense of it all. I think that's what's really, really powerful. It's going to be interesting. Still learning, still figuring it out.
Yeah,
but there's a lot in there.
Yeah, and look, definitely it's exciting to follow you on your journey from working for a top financial services organization in Australia to top airlines, in the UAE and Emirates and all that sort of stuff. So
it's really exciting. I think especially in an industry that's as volatile, I would say, as the aviation industry. I think that's the thing that really surprised me, going from banking, which is fairly stable, the aviation industry, there's so many factors that's dependent. So the need for actually data to actually get into the right hands is so important, so you can make decisions much faster. We know that it's coming from an accounting background. You're used to reporting on a monthly basis. That's just not going to cut it anymore, and the tools that you have aren't just going to cut it anymore. So we need tools like what you work with, what we work with, because that just makes it so much faster.
Great, thank you for sharing your experience.
No worries.
Thanks.